What's up, everybody? This is Straight Talk at the half. We're here live at Game 7. And boy, what a first half. Obviously the most competitive so far that we've had. I mean, I know Game 5, I think, was 61 all. But this game has not been separated by more than 7 points in the first half. And up until the final minutes, no team had a bigger lead than 4 points. Obviously, the story is Draymond Green. And right now, the way he's playing, he would probably be the MVP if the Warriors go ahead and win. You're talking about 22 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, outplaying everyone, including LeBron James. You look at Draymond, 28 points in Game 2, sat out Game 5, which they lost. Then to come out with this type of performance, 5 of 5 from three-point land, you'd have to look at him as the guy and probably give him the nod if the Warriors go ahead and win. Now, the key for him, 5 3-pointers. I mean, that obviously is huge. I was at the Warriors practice facility this morning, and at 8:45, he showed up and shot around for a few hours. He obviously had his game face on all day, and it's showing right now. Now, the difference in the game is that the Warriors have hit 10 3-pointers, 10 for 21 overall. The Cavaliers, 1 for 14 from behind the arc. You get outscored by 27 points at the three-point line, it's tough to overcome that. The Cavs are out-rebounding them. LeBron James playing a very solid floor game, 12 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks. But it's going to take more. As well as he's playing, I think it's going to take one of these types of performances he's had in the last 2 games. So let's see if he's up to it in the second half. But now hit me with your questions and let's get it going.
How do you stop Draymond?
I think you're going to have to, LeBron's been guarding him here and there and guarding him quite a bit, but he's going to have to really get up in his grill and try to keep him from getting the three-pointers. Like I said, he's 5 for 5 from three-point land. If force him to go to the basket, but you cannot give him the wide open three. So obviously their rotations have to be better as well. A lot of those threes he's hitting, if not all of them, were open looks, and you just can't give him those open looks. He got 15 points on three-pointers.
Do you think he's the MVP of this finals?
Right now, you would probably say that. I mean, obviously, LeBron James has been the most outstanding player. There's a lot of talk that he could be the MVP, win or lose. Remember last year, in a losing effort in 6 games, not 7, he got 4 of the 11 votes in finishing second to Andre Iguodala, and he's been better this year than he was last year. Plus, his team has gone a little deeper, 7 games versus 6. So LeBron could get in there and get the award, but right now I think it probably is Draymond in my mind.
What does LeBron need to do in the second half?
I like the way he's playing, but I think he's probably going to have to try to force the action a little bit. One of the things is his jumper hasn't been falling. And we know for LeBron, that's a huge part of his game when he has these eruptions, these 40-point outbursts. Usually his jumper's falling. He's 0 of 2 from 3. He's missed some other jumpers. So he's just going to probably have to be a little more aggressive, as is Kyrie. I mean, Kyrie's been pretty aggressive. He's only taken 9 shots, but he's really been looking to score and looking to attack. Give the Warriors defense credit. They've held the Cavs to 38% shooting, 42 points. That's excellent defense. I think LeBron's just going to have to be a little more aggressive and probably try to take over. You could see early on he was purposely getting his teammates involved, which was good. You even had a Kevin Love sighting. He came out and played well. One thing that's interesting, Tristan Thompson, who's been an absolute monster in this series, only 2 points and 2 rebounds in the first half. That's a little odd.
Do you think LeBron needs to drive the ball more?
Yeah, he's probably. I mean, he drove, quite a bit. Obviously finished with some layups, but he may have to force the issue. You can't let this 7-point lead balloon. And we know with the Warriors, I mean, they could run off 15, 20 points in a matter of 3 to 5 minutes. So LeBron may have to take, charge and try to really get to the hole and score or draw fouls more to get his team back even. And then maybe go back to trying to get guys involved. But look, he's going to have to be aggressive. This is the last half of the season for him, and I think he's got to lay it on the line and probably take some more shots.
Do you feel like Curry's struggling? If so, like what do you think is going on with Curry?
I mean, he's got 9 points. He's obviously not playing his typical game. I mean, he averaged 30 for the regular season. We're used to seeing him really, just go berserk. Now, look, he did have a little foul trouble. He's limited to 18 minutes. He had 3 fouls. But, it's just not falling for him. He's 2 for 6 from three-point line, 3 for 8 overall. I mean, he's playing kind of similar to how he's been throughout the series. Just not the guy we saw in the regular season. I think the physical play, and Cleveland's playing really good defense. I mentioned Golden State's defense. Cleveland's held them to 40% shooting and 49 points. So Cleveland's playing very good defense as well, and I think it's showing on Steph. But, Steph at the very least draws mega attention, and that's one reason Draymond Green's getting these open looks and he's canning them.
Who do you got tonight? Who do you think wins?
Entering the game, my gut feeling was that Cleveland would win. My head told me, look, give a slight advantage to the Warriors. They're at home. They're a mentally tough team. There's a lot of talk that people thought Cleveland was in their head. I never bought it because I watched this team. I covered them in the conference finals against OKC when they rallied from a 3-1 deficit after getting absolutely waylaid in 2 of those games to fall behind 3-1. To come back from that when a team is flat out outplaying you, has length, has athleticism, seems to be just a bad matchup for you, that told me this team was very mentally tough. So I felt like they had a great chance to win, although, like I said, my gut was telling me Cleveland.
How many points do you think Draymond Green ends up with?
I think he's going to be around 30, 28, 30. I don't see him going for 40 now. I don't see him going for 35. I think Clay and Steph are going to heat up a little, and I think Draymond will probably settle in around 30 points.
Last one. What do the Cavs do to adjust here in the second half?
Well, I think they just got to be more aggressive, keep that ball moving. One thing, they haven't really gotten out in transition, although they do have 13 fast break points, but they got to push it more. Obviously, too, their half-court offense. If they got 13 fast break points and 42 overall, that means they're not executing and getting it done in the half court. A lot of guys are off. Kevin Love, 1 for 5. J.R. Smith, 2 for 7. Richard Jefferson, Iman Shumpert, Mo Williams, all 1 for 3. Besides LeBron and Kyrie, Kyrie's 4 for 9, LeBron's 5 for 11. Everybody else is really shooting poorly. So the supporting cast is either going to have to step up and hit some buckets, or LeBron and Kyrie are going to have to go, ballistic like they did in Game 5. All right, guys, enjoyed it. Let's enjoy the rest of this epic second half. And that's Straight Talk at the Half with Chris Broussard.